Well, I first discovered Tolkien in my primary school library, uh, probably about grade 6 or grade 7, when we had things like reading groups and things like that. And it would have been a rather battered copy of The Hobbit. And I remember picking it up and falling in love with it pretty much instantly, because Tolkien is just that kind of writer and he's amazing. Well, I'm a great lover of languages. I'm a qualified English teacher. I studied English at uni and at school. I'm an English major. I also studied Indonesian language studies at uni, and I became a teacher of both languages. So I fell in love with languages in general pretty much from a very early age. So I just love the way that Tolkien plays with language. I love the way that he puts his sentences together, the way he describes things, the way he writes things. It's just a very beautiful, elegant style, and I just fell in love with it. There's nothing quite like it as far as I'm concerned. I've yet to see anything that even compares. It's just beautiful. The turn of phrase, the language used, the vocabulary. It's beautiful. The one that most matters to me, I think, is Samwise Gamgee. In part because I truly believe he is an absolute hero. In fact, I would say that he is the hero of the story. The way he's always there for Frodo, the way he's always taking care of his needs. I'm sure you're familiar with one of Tolkien's letters where he compares the relationship between Sam and Frodo to an officer and his Batman, and I can really see that in hindsight. But it's a beautiful thing, and I think it's wonderful, and I think Sam is the true hero of the story because he is the one who keeps Frodo going at all times, and I think that's marvelous. I'm not a purist, so I understand that in terms of adaptation, some changes need to be made, some things need to be compressed, certain lines need to be swapped around to greater effect. Take Cate Blanchett narrating as Galadriel in the opening prologue of the films, for example. I think that's a great idea because she's the only person around to have lived through it, pretty much. So I'm actually a really big fan of the movies. I'm not a purist, so I'm not stuck to the books like a barnacle, as some would be. But I actually think the most faithful adaptation so far is probably the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Not saying anything about the Hobbit trilogy, but I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy in particular did a marvelous job. I think there was definite care and love there. I think we can all see it. I think we can all feel it. Howard Shore's score is amazing, gives me all the feels. And it's just great. I think it's a wonderful job, and I think they did a wonderful job with what they had, and obviously given the constraints they had, they just did a great job with it, and I think it's excellent. Oh, I can't swear, so that's a tricky one. I do not think that they're a good match, shall we say. That's my most diplomatic answer. I think, in my opinion, it is a corporate cash grab. I think it's not about adapting the work in any faithful way. I think it's all to do with attracting subscribers, and because Amazon originated with selling books, I think this is the best way for them to do that. A bit of co-marketing, if you would say. I think it's a way for them to sell the books. I think it's a way for them to sell the movies. I think it's a way for them to sell the series. It's all to do with propping up Bezos's imperium, trying to get people stuck in that ecosystem of Amazon, buying Amazon things, whether it's books, movies, what have you. So it's all a cash grab to me as far as I'm concerned, and I don't think it has anything to do with reproducing Tolkien in any faithful degree.
has ever. This is Salty Texas Sea. I am Corey DB. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've seen and heard, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you on board. That way you know, and we have things like live streams, which we are going to be doing every Tuesday evening. Take care. I hope you're having a great 2022.